I just start to film and my dad brings the leaf blower out. Hi everyone, so sorry if you can hear the leaf blower or the bloody phone, but today I'm doing a what I've read in 2 months because I had a lot of days, well, I had a few days off in February, so I didn't read a lot and I didn't want to just do a video showing you one book, so I'm doing it of 3 books for 2 months. And I actually didn't film it, I haven't filmed this for a bit, because when you see this it'll be like the 6th of April, so I probably should have filmed this a bit earlier, but I couldn't actually remember the first book I read. Honestly, I had a total brain blank. I could not remember what it was and I thought I was going a bit crazy, and I finally remembered it, so I was like, oh right, I can film the video now. And these books, I've only read 3 in 2 months because some of them have been quite long and they've took me a while to read. So I'm just going to get straight into it. I haven't planned for this video, I haven't written any notes, so I'm just going to go with the flow, and I'm really bad at speaking, if you noticed. I edit a lot of me talking crap out, so it might be a bit sparse. We're just going to get on with it. So the first book is White Rabbit. Oh. White Rabbit, Red Dwarf? Dwarf? I keep saying Red Dwarf because of that show. White Rabbit, Red Wolf. I think that's what it's called. And it says this story is a lie. So this is the cover. It's quite a cool cover. So I'm going to read the blurb for you just so you can get your own gist of what it's about. So, a shattering tale of murder, maths and the mind. 17-year-old Pete Blankman is a maths prodigy. He also suffers from severe panic attacks. He takes refuge in the love and support of his family, but his life is crippled by fear. Then the unthinkable happens. Pete discovers that his mother has been stabbed and his twin sister, Belle, is missing. Dragged into a world of espionage and violence where state and family secrets entwine. Can Pete's exceptional skills and instinct save him? This book is very different from any book I've ever read. I think it's a young adult book, I'm assuming, but it's got quite a lot of violence in it and kind of things that make you think, ew. I kind of like crime things. Got like a criminology book, but it's very so I got this thinking, ooh, it might be quite cool, and it's very bizarre. It kind of uses flashbacks, so it has like now, and then it has, I can't say that word, and then it says 3 years ago, and gradually it gets to like 1 month ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and it's just very interesting. It's very bizarre, very kind of creepy. Oh, so the author, by the way, is Tom Pollock, and this one at the back it says Tom Pollock has been described as a powerful new imagination. He's the author of 4 novels, and he has depression, anxiety and bulimia, and this is inspired by those experiences. So you kind of get it, because this boy has kind of a bizarre mental illness where he, like, at the beginning he's like eating glass or something like that. It's very interesting, and but I kind of can't really, it's been a while since I read it, but I remember the ending. It's one of those endings where you think, huh? Like, what? Which some people like, some people don't like. I kind of don't really like them that much. So I would recommend it if you like thrillers or crime novels, because it's very different, and again, as I said, very different to what I've normally read. So yeah, that's the first book, and I really love the cover. It's quite cool. And also, I think it also has these like kind of codes. Here you go. Here's like one of, you can't really see, but it has these kind of just letters, and I'm assuming they mean something, but I obviously don't know. So, oh yeah, this one also has like kind of very scientifical stuff and mathematical things, and you kind of sit there and think, what? But if you like that, you might understand it. But I kind of just went all over went past my head. The next book I read, and I was really excited about this book. So if you've watched one of my other read videos, I'll link which one it was. I read a book by Karen M. McManus, and it was called One of Us is Lying, and I absolutely loved that book. I thought it was really cool. It's like a crime again, thriller, murder mystery type thing again, and I really loved it. And I remember looking on Amazon, which is where I buy all my books, and I looked and I was like, oh, does she have any more books? Because if I like an author, I'll see what other books they have. And she had one that was coming out, and I thought, oh, so she only had one book, so that was a bit annoying. But I was like, okay, I'll wait until January. And I remembered, and I bought it, and I was so pumped. And it has a bit of my cat in it. That's nice. So this second book that she has done is called Two Can Keep a Secret, and I'll read the blurb again for you. So Echo Ridge is reeling. This picturesque town, nestled near the Canadian border, experienced its first tragic loss in 1995 when high school senior Sarah Corrigan vanished while walking home from the library. Then 5 years ago, homecoming queen Lacey Kilduff was found dead in the aptly named Murderland Halloween Park. Now the killer claims to be back, a small town that keeps losing its homecoming queens, 2 murders still unsolved. Echo Ridge is not a good place to be popular. Ooh. This doesn't, like, it's not a sequel or anything to her previous book. It's its own thing, but the covers are very similar. Like, this one's blue and that one was red, and it has blue pages, which is cool. And like the other one, I really liked this one. I think it's kind of written in the same way, but in the first book she had more characters, kind of in like more characters where you got their perspective. In this one, it's really only the girl Ellery, I think that's her name, and is his name Nathan? Malcolm, and I think they're the only perspectives you get, I think. Malcolm, and they have like the dates on them and stuff, which I'll show you. It has, if you can see, dates and things, and I just really like how she writes. So this one's kind of about these 2 kids go and live with their grandma, and they kind of learn about all of these. They learn about the murderer of that girl, and those kids' auntie was the one who went missing, and they kind of just learn about it, and then someone else like threatening for the killer to come back, and it all unravels from there. And I really love these type of ones because you actually don't know what's gonna happen. Like, when it happens, you think, ooh. Again, at the end of this one, it was a little bit, I don't know if it's just me being stupid, but there was a bit kind of the ending, the kind of climax. There's a bit where you kind of don't, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of have your own, like, interpretation, maybe? I don't know if it's just me and my mum being a bit dumb, but I kind of had a different interpretation than my mum, which, you know, that's fine, it's your own opinion. So that was a little bit where I was kind of like, huh? I don't know, I wanted a clearer explanation. But yeah, I really love this, and I've looked again, and she's got another book coming out in 2020, which can't wait that long. But I love finding an author I really like, so that is this one, and I would really recommend these books. I think they're really cool. The final book, which again is a book that I wouldn't usually read, and this took me a long time to read. So this one's called Things a Bright Girl Can Do by Sally Nicholas. And this, I'll read the blurb again. So, Evelyn is rich and clever, but she isn't allowed to go to university. Life is set out for her, but Evelyn wants freedom and choice, even if it means paying the highest price alongside her fellow suffragettes. Meanwhile, May campaigns tirelessly for women's votes with another anti-violence suffragists. When she meets Nell, a girl who's grown up in hardship, she sees a kindred spirit. Together and in love, the 2 girls start to dream of a world where all dreams of women can find their place. But the fight for freedom will challenge Evelyn, May and Nell more than they could ever imagine. As the Great War looms, just how much are they willing to sacrifice? It's all of kind of, I always found like suffragettes quite interesting, and you know, I remember learning about it. And it's kind of just, it's just, because it's about 3 girls. 2 of them are kind of like in like the same story, and 1 is in her own, and it was really interesting. I think it uses some kind of real events, I don't really know, but I just thought it was really interesting because it kind of goes through how some of these girls started, like how it was unfair, and then the war kind of comes in and you can see how they change and stuff. I kind of don't really feel like it ends, like it kind of feels a bit like a biography a little bit. Obviously it's not, but it feels a bit like that. It did kind of seem to drag on a little. I just don't know if that was just because I was like, because I don't really like really bit long books, and this is 419, which is not that many pages. But I'm glad I read it. It's something I wouldn't normally read before, and I found it very, very interesting. And the cover is very nice. It's quite pleasing. Yeah, I kind of don't really know what to say about the book. My favourite kind of characters are the Evelyn, because she has like a boyfriend called Teddy, and I quite like the interaction between those two. Yeah, I'm going to just stop rambling because I bet you I'm making no sense and I keep saying so yeah. I've probably edited a lot of them out by the time you're watching this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of do want to keep on doing these videos. I actually don't have a lot of books left. I might have to buy some new books soon, which is fine, it's just very expensive. So I'll see you in my video next week, everybody. Bye!